Yes. Hump day, Wednesday, Wicked Wednesday. It's time to sip some tea, y'all. It's your boy, OGBigSam in the building, aka OG Capone, Corleone, and the families are in the building. The franchise, the therapists. We are bringing some noise, bringing some entertainment, bringing some information, some reiteration, just touching y'all up, getting you through the week. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna drink a little tea, talk a little OLine. You know what I'm saying? Talk a little Penix. And I have been directed by the production administration to let y'all know that there's a double header this week on Sports TW of the Week. We'll be getting into that there in momentarily. We're gonna step into here, just say hello to everyone and everybody that's gonna be tuning in, what I'm saying, to get some of this tea. Yeah, we see Auntie's already in the building. Hey, when you tune in, like, share, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, to your boy OG Big Sam, OG and TV, man, trying to get to 200, I need 46 more, man. Hey, Sonya, how you doing? Nice to see you, sweetie.
Hey, Miss Sonya.
What's going on, Auntie Pam?
Hey, Auntie.
Yes. How y'all doing? Lovely ladies. Some of the lady birds, you know what I'm saying? Auntie, where are we here or are you in Jacksonville? What's going on with you? Let us know what you do. Meanwhile, we get into that. We're gonna, jump on off into this first topic, y'all. There was a lot of humda and hamda and habab and blah blah blah, about not. No sighting of MPJ in week 2. Well, you're not gonna see him in week 3 either. Raheem Morris and the Falcons said they saw enough. They saw enough for what they wanted to see, what they was looking for. They saw what they was looking for in his performance. And that is their call and up to them. You know what I'm saying? They saw what they wanted to see from the young man on their scheduling for what they wanted to see in their timetable of what they was looking for. Who are we to bungee jump off a cliff and holler about what need to be happening? Who are we? I mean, it would stand to reason to think that if you had the wherewithal to make those executive decisions, you'd be on somebody NFL organizational staff. But you armchair, you barber shopping, you riding in your car listening to 92.9. Just saying. So when the powers that be make their choices, decisions, and movement, who are we? You knew coming in, Dirty Kirk wasn't going to see much action just to be doing the due diligence. Okay, they saw what they needed to see, and we went from Penix. I'm just saying. I understand you want to get it with no condom, straight raw. I mean, but you got what you got of the Penix that you got.
Don't say it's the wrong side now.
Ooh, don't get mad because you got the tip. The whole tip and nothing but the tip.
But the tip.
Don't help you God, bro.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Now, and I wasn't going to spend too much time on that. I mean, because I've spoke on it, what I'm saying, through the week and last week, so it wasn't nothing to waste too much time on, because it was easy to see what the situation was.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't what the national media, what I'm saying, the big mouths, if you will, were trying to have you to believe oh, the Falcons, didn't play Penix because it was putting too much pressure on Kirk Cousins. Stop playing. Stop playing. No, that wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, capping for a narrative.
Right.
Capping for a narrative. You know what I'm saying? It just Raheem said it, Terry said it, okay, and the young man told you himself. The coach told me, you know what I'm saying, as a matter of fact, after the game, I'm good. They saw what they needed to see. They was, happy with it, and I won't be playing for the rest of the preseason. All right.
OG.
Yes, sir.
Before I get to what I'm gonna say, all right, everybody, hey man, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe this right here, OG and TV. For everybody out there, y'all probably wondering what the name change is. I am no longer going by the therapist ATL. The therapist had to be retired. It's time for football facts and tactics. So y'all can call me Mr. Tactics ATL. 2 ats, no A's. Y'all got it. But what I'm getting ready to break down here is this. Sam said it very clearly. The Falcons have 2 quarterbacks. We have one for now and one for later. In business, you call those investments. You protect said investments. Don't sit up here and let the media fool you and thinking they're going to force the Falcons into hurting their future investment. Because what's going to happen? The same thing that always happens. We put Penix out there. Penix has, a unfortunate accident. And then what do we say? Oh, well, the Falcons were stupid for putting him out there. How can they just do that to us? It's dumb. They spent $100 million on Kirk and his ankle, and then they turned around and they drafted Penix knowing that his knees. Let's not forget something. There's a man that played for us for 14 years with bad knees. Y'all want to take a small guess who that was? There was a man that played for 14 years that gave us blood, sweat, and tears that came out of college with bad knees. Do y'all want to talk about what that is? Shout out to Georgia Tech Sport. Yes, sir.
Who that is?
Matt, future Hall of Famer Ryan. So Penix is fine, but you got to let your future investments sit and mature. For all my bankers out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You put money in the bank, you make your investment, and you let it mature.
Let that yeast rise.
Yeah, let's say hello to everybody in the building. Auntie was at the pole position, followed by Sonya. Ghost Peppers, what's happening? Hey, Christy. How you doing?
Hey, Miss Christy.
Michael Matthews, what's good? Georgia, Texas, boy, always a pleasure to see you in the house. Jay Diaz back in the building, saying hello to everyone. 13 eyes on the program. Y'all, let's get 13 likes on this here program while we talk to you all. Rolling into the next piece of the conversation is the OLine online for week 1 against the Steelers for the Atlanta Falcons. And just me giving my once over because I've been paying more attention to the defense, but I will say moving from one game to the next, we didn't run the ball well in the first game. But I saw that we brought some attention to that in the second game. So my thoughts on that would be the progress is seen. So we're moving in that direction of being, ready for week 1. Big Ed, what would be your surmisement of that, since that's your specialty, in-house, movement?
I mean, I have been known to block a few bitches.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just so I think our offensive line is not going to be a problem. That's because we have, in my eyes, a top 5 offensive line. It has been, noted these past couple of years that our offensive line has not been, a problem, especially run blocking. We can get a little bit better in pass blocking, but with that saying, like, I'm not gonna say that we're lacking in that area. We're just we're just a damn good group. We know how to do. We don't do one thing best and another thing least. We know how to do everything pretty much well. So, and I
Right.
think that's going to come to fruition starting game 1.
I mean, George Texas boy makes a good point. We ain't nobody been screaming, God damn it, Dolman.
Now, Sam,
Man.
hold on. Was not this panel talking about Dahlman last year? Give that man a chance.
Right.
Everybody and their mama was calling for his job.
And I like that.
I was one of them.
I like the alley-oop Ant just threw to me, and I'm about to go ahead and reverse the windmill that bad boy. And I'm gonna take a page out of OG's book. Coaching matters. Coaching matters, and I'm gonna bring all this together. When you have a coach that knows the pedigree of this organization and this team, that gets players to want to run through a brick wall for them, number one, they see the better in themselves immediately. Number two, when you give them an opportunity and you coach them to their strengths as you're supposed to, they show up as they have been doing. Number three, when you get a quarterback or quarterbacks that are good at getting the ball out of their hands, especially one that can get them out of their hands in under less than 3 seconds, you make it easier for the O-line to do their job. See, when the O-line isn't trying to protect the quarterback that's holding the ball and holding the ball and holding the ball and then decides to make a dumb throw, then you don't wear them down. And seeing that Kirk is a consummate professional veteran and knows how to get the ball out and who to throw it to, the O-line doesn't have to do that much. All they have to do is make sure that it doesn't collapse and give them enough time to throw. So, no, I'm not worried about our O-line because they are designed to maul. So our run game is not going to take a step back. We just going to basically take a couple leaps forward because the running backs we have on the team are seasoned enough to know what to do. And our play caller calls plays that actually benefit our O-line. I mean, stop me when I'm wrong.
Right.
So a shorter throw, a shorter pass time, better run calls means that your O-line doesn't fall apart.
Auntie, you better preach. Auntie says she feels with the veteran quarterback and Kurt and balanced running game, the O-line is better. That veteran presence at center matters, point blank.
Absolutely.
You heard she said what she said.
Absolutely.
She said
what she said. Georgia Texas boy says, yeah, it does matter, and who those coaches learn from to be better coaches matters as well. Raw energy and willingness to become a better team is why the chemistry is through the roof for this team. Great point.
That right there.
Great point. Great point, young man. Great point. You know, we have, some parts of this fan base and media alike who math just don't be mathing in some of the things. We've had a lot of people, man, that are just on the stupid monotony just for the sake of being on the stupid monotony. Um, and like my mom used to say, knucklehead just want to be hard headed just for the sake of being hard headed to end up with a soft behind.
I was about to say, yep. The harder the head, the softer the ass.
Yep. Just what look who Smith learned under and look who Rod learned under. Yeah. Another fantastic point. Well, you guys only what y'all having for y'all lunch? I want to come eat with y'all. Well, got y'all brains working like y'all working today.
I need some of that.
You're right. Right. Well now. To those who are still speaketh, of that foolishness, I have just the one thing for you. Just that's all. It's just plain and simple. Because if you're out here and you're throwing shade on Kurt and you're screaming for the Penix, penetration. No, you will have your time to hop to it. But it won't be right now. We have had a lot of idiots to cross his stages, last night, last week, last month, but we're gonna tune in to this here week, indulge ourselves in the segment of the program that I have coined to be Sports Tea Dummy of the Week. Well, in this particular case, we have dummies. Now, since we're going to be hearing a lot of one Arthur Smith, because he's living rent free in a lot of folks' minds. But he sauteed out some bulletin board material and saying that the Steelers were going to, drop a 40 burger on the Dirty Birds.
Bullshit.
Hey. And me myself personally, I was not surprised. I expected something of the sort. I mean, because he's just that kind of antagonist. With all. Now I'm going to let the therapist introduce the second recipient of this week's reward of Sports Tea Dummy of the Week.
Dummy number 2.
Okay. Before he gets into that, all I'm going to say is sometimes you should just not sometimes. You pick another career, because this one ain't it.
Ain't it?
This one ain't it, bro.
This one
ain't it. And for you to even remotely walk out and fancy yourself in representing the Falcons nation, as it were, and to lay this egg up there, do your thing, man. Do your thing.
Okay, so this is my last therapy session of my name. But I want to refresh y'all memory. How many of y'all in the chat remember said conversation that Mike had about a certain somebody that likes to go and get up at 12 in the morning and call people bitches. Excuse me, I burped, got a little bit of gas there,
I ain't know.
Yeah, so it seems to me that we have some information where you guys are now seeing what we see. So we had a comment that came through, and let me go like this. First of all, how many people in the chat are Falcons fans? Raise your hand, please. Put the red and black in there. Do something. There's the eye. Yeah. Throw some eyes in there. The eyes have it. So, since we like to throw this tag around, oh, I'm a Falcon fan or whatever the case may be. Yeah, there you go. There's Christy. See, I see Christy. She got her hand up. All right, thank you, Christy. We like to sit up here and say we're Falcons fans, but I keep telling y'all, a lot of y'all customers. So how do you go on a roundtable discussion and get your own draws handed to you? And I mean handed to you by wrapped around your face and tied in a bow. And you got nerve to call yourself a Falcons fan, much less a content creator. Here's the deal, people. I am excited for my Falcons team, whether they win or lose, whether they're up or down. And I go in with my nuts on the table. If I'm going to have a conversation about my team, I'm dropping them on the table with the Falcon logo on. Yes, I will. I'm not going in a conversation with my tail tucked between my legs, sounding like Droopy, hoping and wishing and praying somebody comes and bails me out. I'm getting sick and tired of you mealy-mouthed, unsure, non-Falcon customers posing as Falcon fans talking about you represent us. You don't represent the rag the Falcon wiped his butt with, much less the logo. Cut it out. And you got the nerve to call people bitches when everybody's asleep. Cut it out, bruh. Cut it out. Cut it out. We red, black, white, and gray till the wheels fall off. And then y'all want us to come and save our own fan base because these creators don't know how to represent.
That part.
So I'm gonna say this with my whole chest, standing on both of my legs instead of sitting in a high chair. When I rep the Falcons, I rep them 100%. I don't care who I'm sitting in front of. I could be sitting in front of blank and I will rep this team with my whole chest out. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of y'all customers because y'all buy jerseys and hats and you got season tickets and you sit in the 100 section and you want to take pictures of the field and hang out with the cheerleaders. We ain't here for that. We here to rep the Dirty Birds to the end. And I don't care if you get mad. And I don't want you to say something to me about it. I want you to say something to me. But over here at AFN, over here on OGN TV, we rep that all day. There will be nobody on any show, any podcast that will punk us on what we believe in our Falcons. Period. I said it. I stand on it. Timestamp and quote me. I'm on Twitter.
We shall live.
So the next time you decide to open up your wrinkled mouth and say something sideways, or the next time y'all decide to have a failed family reunion, remember, I said this. You not a Falcons fan. You just a customer, crony.
Just in case some of you ain't figured it out, we talking about shit not so sports machine over here. Got himself roasted on his own podcast by by the Saints podcast. And he's supposed to be, saying repping the Dirty Bird Nation, Falcon fans. No, because over here we do the roasting. I'm just saying, over here, we don't get Eminem on our records.
No mayonnaise. No mayonnaise.
We don't get Renegade on our album. I'm just saying.
No mayonnaise, no coffee.
I'm just saying, man. You gotta. How you let that happen on a podcast? You know what I'm saying, on your channel. How you let that happen,
nigga? Sam.
How you let an ain't content creator, you know what I'm saying, brain shame you on your show? How you let that happen? You know what I'm saying?
How you get punked on your own show? How that happen?
No. It is not Atlanta Falcon like. No, we don't. It's just not. No. Right. Paul Davis, what's good? Nice to have you in the building, sir. It just no. And now that we've pointed out the dummies of the week, shine on over to a topic that I haven't seen or heard anyone in conversation, in even when discussing this coaching staff, and we've seen it, and we've seen the effects of it. Ike Hillard is our receivers coach. And from one game to the next, we've seen the effect of Ike Hilliard's coaching. In that kid Blair. We've also seen from the receiver room on a whole, the route running is very, very much in effect. There's a physicality about these receivers. There's a crispness about these receivers. There's an aggressiveness about these receivers, and it's coming from Ike Hillard. All the things that you see people talking about, in conversation with each other, but you don't talk about the effect that the one Pro Bowler, All-Pro, Super Bowl champion, Ike Hillard, has had on this receiving room. Now, therapists, I would like for you to, give us a take of what do you feel about the effect of the coach Hillard effect that it happened.
First thing is, if you can do a thing, you can teach a thing.
Right.
The one thing that a great coach, a great player told us personally, you have to have championship pedigree on the team. Terrence Mathis, Coach Terrence Mathis, said that to us personally. And lo and behold, here we have a championship pedigree coach that's teaching our receivers how to do a thing. He has that effect because he's been there, he's done that. He has that effect because that's who he is. It's not something that he just does, it's a part of him. When something's a part of you, it's infectious. It becomes a part of everybody else. He's teaching them body mechanics. He's teaching them to pay attention to the small details. He's teaching them how to run those routes crisp, how to use their gifts and skill sets to the maximum. Why? Because he's been there. And this is what we have been looking for. This is what we lacked last season. I'm sorry, we lacked it. When you got people now that have really begun, I want to see what Drake London has to offer. I want to see, I know Pitts. I want to see what Pitts has. You know what I'm saying? We told y'all on a couple of shows ago, the guys that are no name become household names when you develop them correctly. And this is what this coach has done for us.
Yeah.
Like Sam said, there should be no 6'6", 6'5", 6 anybody getting picked off by a small corner or a small safety. Ike Hillard got these boys to where now that's a joke. Keep telling y'all, it's pick your poison season. But y'all don't hear me though.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I mean that says, that just shows you the price of coachability is high when you don't have it.
Oh man, is it?
But it's common when you do. It's second nature when you do. It's affordable when you do have it. The thing is when you understand the professional and the championship mindset from a guy like Ike Hillard who did it in New York, who on that team with Eli, you know what I'm saying, and he did it physically, he did it commonly, you know what I mean, and to have him on this staff, and you can see the effects, you can see the difference. You can see the difference, especially from week 1 to week 2 of the preseason. You saw the difference in the route running, the snapping and the crisping of the route running, and the effects and whatnot. I mean, you're looking, like I said, the effects of this coaching staff and what they're here to do, and you can see it is a different energy. It's a different aura. It's a different work ethic. It's a different mindset, man. There's a different belief. And if you're not watching these guys, through your mind's eye, that third eye, that common sense eye, there's a lot of things that you're gonna miss and not understand. Franchize, what you think?
It's so amazing because we're seeing it out of people like Josh Ali, where I've been on the show where I thought he was going to be on the bubble, but because of due to injuries and coaching, he has become somebody that can be a household name, like Juan says. And OJ Hillard, there's another guy that comes to mind. He can also become a household name. He's one of those, I don't want to say a no name, but somebody that you don't know about unless you are actually covering this team. And that just goes to show you what we were missing last year and the year before. Like, this coaching matters, and we're starting to see it come to fruition this year.
Well, the biggest difference is that there is a complete coaching staff available as opposed to the previous situation. And I think that has a lot to do with the experience. Raheem, coming in and assembling what he assembled and constructing what he constructed, walking in the door and putting people in right places, in right positions, in setting up camp, in setting up structure, and setting up infrastructure, for the quarterback position, for the entire offense, for the defense, what I'm saying, for the special teams and for the team as a whole. Anything you might want to piggyback off of therapists?
Yeah, we've been telling y'all for the longest, and I know Sam has, that a lot of times, and I'm gonna go one better. I'm gonna do it. Talk about last season. Last season we were in a lot of 1-score games.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny to me is I need y'all to pick a side, because you got a lot of media, sports pundits, you got a lot of content creators talking about all of the good things the Falcons have. We just got Matthew Judon. We just got Justin Simmons. You look at the offense and we got Kirk Cousins. And then you say, but if the Falcons can all put it together, let me cut the sugar off the shit right now. The Falcons put it together last season, or they wouldn't have been 7-10. But you want to know what caused us to be 7-10? 60% of them games is due to coaching. And here's why I blame coaching. Because if you're in 1-score games, that means that was an adjustment not made. Either on a player standpoint, on a play calling standpoint, or something. You did not make adjustments. You did not make changes. You did not put people in positions to make plays or win. I could see we were down by 30, 40 points, and we didn't have no chance of winning. But I guarantee you 5 of those 1-score games could have been changed by a simple adjustment. Yeah, we blame the quarterback. Yeah, we can blame the receivers or the running backs. Yeah, we can blame the OLine. We can even blame the defense. But at the end of the day, who gets the information from? Do they get the information from themselves, or does the coaching staff give it to them? This is what we overlooking. This is why Sam highlights coaches like Ike Hillard. You know why? Because he's been there, he's done that, he knows how to win. We have a coaching staff of people that have been there, done that, and know how to win. So that's going to translate to all of these weapons and all of these pieces we have put on this team. So stop looking at this Falcons team as though we got all this right here and we still got the man that claimed he going to drop 40 on us is on this roster, because he's not. Y'all need to do y'all due diligence and understand who we have as a coaching staff, from the head coach on down. And like 330 said, 1-score game loss is adjustments not made. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sam, how many times have you berated the defense on how they played, but then you look at what coverage they're in, it's like, okay, that coverage don't work, you got to go somewhere else. How many times have we talked about the offense being so predictable? You got your safeties, and you got safeties and linebackers sitting on routes. How many times have we complained about that?
I can do you one better. How many times did our front seven get washed down and have a quarterback or a running back run out the back door? It's wide open. That's coaching. Because, okay, if it happens one time, okay, that's cool. Now let's Let's do something different. But it happens 2 to 3, 4 times. That's coaching. Because you're not teaching these players what not to do.
Mm-hmm. Bad coaching kills quarterbacks, bad coaching kills teams, and bad coaching kills organizations. I've seen it happen more times than not.
Every time I see not in the prophecy. One day y'all gonna listen to old man try to tell you something.
Right.
Try to tell you something. Nah, y'all armchair fantasy football playing ass motherfuckers think you know everything. Tried it, told you. Mm-hmm. Look, we're lining up for the week. I think we're on pace, to be, good and ready for week 1. Going into this season, we're on pace. We're looking good. We're in condition, if you will, for 2024, 2025. Defense wins championship, y'all.
Say it again, Sam. I don't think anybody heard you.
Defense wins championships. Defense wins championship, man. The alpha mentality, aggression, and effort that is being exuded from the defensive unit is what I think is going to be the difference in this season.
Speaking of alpha, look who done popped in.
Speak on it.
Force is strong with this one.
I mean, we have.
First of all, I'm keeping shit cordial. That's what that's what I'm coming on here to say. Because
Okay.
if we gonna have a conversation, we gonna tell the truth. So ain't no such thing as no debate if you can't tell the truth about shit. And that's what's wrong with motherfuckers today. They don't want to have a conversation. They want to speak on shit that they don't know nothing about. So that's what if we gonna have a debate, we're gonna tell the truth. I ain't cordial for shit. Now everybody gonna have their voice. Everybody gonna have say what they gonna say. But I ain't keeping shit cordial. That's what AFN don't do, cordial. We don't do lilies and fucking roses and shit. Nah, fuck that.
We not Ferdinand, Mike.
Nah, hell no. We ain't holding hands. We ain't kissing. Unless it's a bitch kissing on something else. But we ain't doing no fucking cordial.
We not smelling the flowers, Mike.
Oh, Mike,
No.
you mean no kumbaya, Mike? No kumbaya.
No. Oh, we can kumbaya, but it ain't gonna be no lilies and roses and cordial. No. Hell no.
For all of y'all that the word cordial means corporate.
I don't know what cordial means. Cordial means ass kissing, in my opinion.
No, hell no.
Now everybody
no mayonnaise.
Everybody gonna have their opportunity to speak their piece, whether it's high energetic or low, whatever you want to call it. But we don't do cordial.
I know
over here, boss.
I know someone that's suited for the ass kissing material, but I mean
No,
that's
no, 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 no. I'm not saying it's a war. I'm saying it ain't gonna be no cordial. I don't know. I don't even know what cordial means. That shit. That's like cordial. Cordial. Like if we look at the presidential debate, what's cordial about the presidential debate?
Nah, it's a
They
mudslinging
out for
for that.
blood. They out to tell people to speak on the truth. Did we see Obama, Michelle Obama? Was she cordial? No, she came on there. She came on there and spoke her truth. That wasn't cordial. So no, we don't do cordial.
oh
Make me
no.
feel good.
Make me feel good.
Quite frankly, I think it boils down to what you really need to do is don't let our confidence bother your insecurities in debating.
No, people just want me to shut up. People want us to shut up and not speak on what needs to be said. Shit needs to be
Mm-hmm.
said. Need to be said. And if you're not cool with it, or somebody says it in a way that you may not understand, fine. I can repeat it. I can say it loud. I can say it softly. But cordial and trying to like make people, I guess, try to make people to make everybody happy. Like I don't believe in trying to make everybody happy now. Like we can have a conversation, we can talk about it, but like if you gotta scream, you gotta yell, you gotta get it out how you want to get out, and we can do it. We can do that, but we're gonna have a conversation.
Well, you just have, they don't have an understanding of originality.
John, I like living in roses too, but shit, sometimes I'm look, like shit, like look. You want to give me some lilies and some flowers? Look, I smell them.
No, John, ain't no Ferdinands over here.
Look. There's an old samurai proverb says it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
You a little out of your depth, sir.
Well, let me see. Let me see if I could put it in a term that I think even the mad one would like. For those of you that don't understand, Mr. White 369 says, in the first Nigalations 1969, thou shalt not clap back if you can't snap back.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Wow.
And that's all I'm saying, Sam. Like I think people just want to be able to take, the fire out of whomever. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a conversation. I don't think that even gets things done. Like you can't take the done out of Donald Trump. He's Donald Trump. You can't take the Michelle out of Obama. You can't take the Obama out of Michelle. You can't take that. That's who they are. And I think people always want to take the fire out of AFN. They want to take the Atlanta out of their Falcons. Nah, motherfucker, we are the Atlanta Falcons. So if we're gonna have a conversation, we're gonna have a debate. This is exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a debate and we gonna talk and we gonna speak on things that people may not want us to say.
Right. What they like? What would that accuse said back in the day? Yeah, we say the things that y'all scared to say.
I'm just saying, and that's how a debate should be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
problem
Mm-hmm.
is, problem is they don't want to do homework enough to get into a debate because you can't debate feelings. The problem.
Like if ESPN can get up there and tell they lies about the Atlanta Falcons and give us 2 minutes, at least give us 2 minutes to goddamn to say fuck you ESPN, okay?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And again, all that cordial mess, like nah, nope, nah. Everybody should be able to speak on how they should speak. This is why it's called YouTube.
Not me too.
Everybody should be able to speak on things the way they should. Like I said, and that's the American way. That's the true American way to be able to speak on it how you want to speak on it.
It make you feel good. Say it out.
Make me feel good.
Man, about to make me goddamn break dance shit. Hell, I want to break dance about this. Say it loud.
They make me feel good.
Hey, y'all. Well, we got
it makes me feel good.
We got the third game and final game of the preseason on Friday. You all be present and accounted for at high noon for the next episode of High Noon Madness as well for Friday. The rest of your alliance will be moving accordingly, you know what I'm saying, for Friday's, game day madness. We got Jacksonville. We're moving, we're evolving, we're getting in, standard shape for week 1. And I think that pretty much sums it all up for this week's version of Big Pot of Tea. Anybody got anything else they want to run out there, shout out there, ran out there, been out there?
Well, listen. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for OG when he comes on. But make sure you guys tune in Friday for the ATL Sports Endgame. We're going to have the pregame show with myself, Mr. Tactic ATL, and I got my brothers on the panel. We will be breaking down what we think, how the game should pull out. Plus, don't you guys forget, Coach Unchained will have a watch party while the game's going on.
Right.
So listen, we're going to be hitting y'all over the head with the facts and stats and the truth all week. And to all y'all Pittsburgh fans, Arthur Smith did it. He did it.
Yeah.
It's his fault.
Please believe it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy OGBigSam, aka Capone Corleone, aka the Heartbreak, the Heartbeat, the Beat Killer, your bloodline thinner. We come to hurt you since you don't want to be informed. The franchise.
Oh, one more thing.
The senator.
One more thing. AFN has always been able to adapt to any type of platform conversation. If you ever seen myself on Atlanta Sports Unlimited, I've never used the curse word over there. I don't curse when I'm on someone else. When I'm on that platform, I conduct myself in a professional manner. Y'all know how we conduct ourselves on the heavy hitters. Sam them know when they know. I like Sam know when they are heavy hitters. We have a strict dialect, and the one who really runs the heavy hitters is really the Dunn, and Dunn, he comes over there. It's like, look, this is how we're going to conduct ourselves. We're not going to do this, and we're not going to do that. So it's like a lot of people think when they see us on Mad Mike Sports is a different type of feel. Mad Mike Network is a different type of conversation. The Regulators is a different type of conversations. When I'm on the coach's show, that's a different type of conversation. So AFN is known for being able to adapt. When you go on even Jew Talk Sports,
Jew doesn't curse. He doesn't do any of that. So AFN, if you think AFN is just all about mean and cursing and all this stuff, you really got us messed up, and you really don't pay any attention to what we do, because we are men, we are women, we're professionals, we gangsters, we all that. We are anything you want us to be. That's what AFN is really about. We represent every. If you think AFN is a bunch of goons, well, that's what you think. Because AFN has always been able to adapt to any situation, and we're going to continue. But one thing I will say we will get gangster about is our Atlanta Falcons. You think you're going to talk shit about our organization, and we going to sit there like a little whiny ass little bitch and take that shit? No, fuck that. AFN, we getting gangster when it come down to our team. Ain't no motherfucker outside the Atlanta Falcons fan base gonna sit up here and talk shit about our team, and we not come to that aid to our Grady Jarrett, our Matt Ryan, our Mike Vick. Yeah, we talk our mad shit about Mike Vick, but we talk shit about Mike Vick. You outside of organization not gonna talk shit about Mike Vick. We do this, so we gonna get gangster about our team. So if you ain't down there, if AFN, if you want a platform that's gonna really stand for them, for out your franchise, hit that subscribe button right here. OGN TV. Damn, one, I forgot your motherfucking channel. I had a brain fart right now. You just changed the shit. He changed the shit, y'all. That's why I said. But follow Mr. Tactician ATL. That's what it is. See, I am smart, y'all. See, I'm smart. I remember things sometimes. But hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that subscribe button here, man. And like I said, man, we give people all different types of conversation and all types of feelings. So that's what we about, man. So with that being said, OG, take us out, man.
Yep. Y'all know, man, you got to keep it dirty. You got to keep it A. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it real. Most notably, you got to keep it real with yourself. Make your next choice your best choice. Understand, and keep it noted. We are over the hump. I hope this pot of tea was very fulfilling for you all, for your boy, the franchise, the therapist, our fearless leader, Senator Mr. CE. No, you're not going to do it here before we slap you. And the rest of the Unholy Alliance. Hey, man, we out.